Hello and welcome to this little tutorial in which I'm going to show you how to create and use presets in Smode and create your own preset library, which can be quite useful. So right now, just to explain, I'm on the Smode community version 10.1 because the last version, the R13, in the last version, the preset editor unfortunately does not work. It makes Smode crash, but no wonder that this will be fixed soon. And I'm nonetheless making this tutorial on this version because it will work exactly the same on the last version, and the preset pack that I'm going to share with you will work without any issue on the R13. And right now I have the motivation to do this tutorial, so I will do it without waiting for it to be fixed, just the preset editor on the last version. So first, what are presets? Presets, you already have some in the standard pack under the preset folder. And if you do a right click, reveal in Explorer, you will see that the preset is basically just a folder containing some files that are .preset file. And if I open those .preset file with a text editor, it's just something that is written in Smode language. I don't know how to call that. Like for instance, in this one, you have like a gradient preset that just show you, voilà, the end color is red this value, green this value. It's just like some value of different layers and elements that will be stored into a pack. So for instance, let's create a compo. If I activate those different pack here, and now I do a right click 3D layers and go to particles, because the particle I know there's a shitload of old preset. You can see here legacy default, legacy advanced preset, which are all those presets that we just activated from here. So let's use one, like for instance the confetti. Allez. And let's check what the confetti look like. Alors, we have this in solo, okay. Now, nothing seemed to happen. Let's remove the file here, because those ones are deactivated for a reason. There were presets that were created like a long time ago, and most of the particle one use the opacity modifier. That is not a very good modifier. So usually you have to just delete the opacity modifier, and it will work quite well. Also, if you use a preset, for instance, let's try this one. This one is from my preset pack, one of those that I will share with you. If you create a preset, like a compo, and there's a camera inside, you will have all the time to make the camera current to have like the expected result. So that's the little flaws of the preset, and we will probably reach some of them along the way, but that is good to know. So now, how to create your own preset. So the first thing to do to create your own preset is to create a present pack. So for that, I will go in any folder of my media directory, right click, new preset library, and I will call that la preset, which will be the name of my preset pack, la preset. Now I will create a preset of like whatever. Let's try a preset of like a checkerboard, for instance. And so let's put this checkerboard in red, and let's tweak some values, like I don't know, something like that. Voilà. Voilà. Okay. And so this checkerboard, now if I go into its generator, I have here a preset row, and here I can see that there's already some preset from the default pack. And now we have this little arrow here, and when I click on it, I can now choose one of my preset bank. Alors, here it does not want, so let's just fidget a little bit with that. Okay, so here, yeah, so if that does not work on the first time, just click, and it will reactivate. So now in my tralala preset, I will call that red shaker. Hop. And now if I delete this checkerboard, and I do a right click to the layer, checkerboard. You see here under the tralala preset, I have my red checker. Now if I want like to add stuff on this red checkerboard, like for instance distort, let's add displace. Voilà. Okay. And now I will save this preset again here. And here I can override the red checker or save this as a new preset, so as you see fit. Me, I will override my red preset, my red checker, and I will also create a green one, place this one, and now in my checker, I will save it, save as new preset that I will call green animated checker. And so now if I go and right click to the layer checkerboard, I have access to my red checker, which has the displace modifier, and to my, where is it, checkerboard, to my green animated checkerboard. So as you see, not only the preset save like all the parameters that you have inside the elements that you save, but also all its dependency, as you see before with the confetti or the plexus example. Alors there are some limitations though in this. It's like, for instance, if I create toolbanks, something from the tools will not be saved by themselves into the preset. For instance, if I create an animation bank and a parameter bank, and let's save, Control Z, right? And let's save, let's say, the midpoint as percentage into the parameter bank, and let's put an animation on one of the on the offset, inner loop, voilà. So now if I override my preset, let's save it, override green animated checker, and you'll see that the animation bank and parameter bank will not be saved. So that's one of the limitations, but once you know, so I guess it's okay. So checkerboard here, green animated checker. So as you see, if I unfold, no more displays, no more animation bank, no more parameter bank. Okay, now that is good, but then what if I want to remove, for instance, my green checker, because I just want to keep the red checkerboard, not the green animated checker. But for that, I will go into the Windows here, go on Preset Editor. Now again, if you are on the R13, this will not work, but the preset will work nonetheless. Just to edit them, either you go in Text Editor or you don't. And then here, if I go to the Tralala preset, checkerboard, I can remove my red checkerboard. Okay. And now all I have is the green animator checkerboard is all that remains. I can also rename it like oh là. And now it's renamed oh là là. So that's basically how you create and you manipulate your preset bank. So now I will show a little bit of the different presets that I'm going to share with you. I will put a link below the video, and probably this will be shared on the Discord of Smode somewhere, because I have not really other options. So in the preset that I did, so first there's a lot of composition that I use all the time, like the snow, for instance. Let's look at it. Now again, each time there's a perspective camera, click on the perspective camera. So that's an example of the stuff that is in this pack. There's a lot of different composition, very basic, but like for instance the neon maker. Voilà. So the neon maker, same. The perspective camera I don't think is useful in this case, but yeah. So here I can write oh la la, for instance. If I unfold, I already have like all the elements to do some writing. Then it's just like basically placeholders to create a shitload of effects that are useful in show, like Starfield. Starfield, yeah, camera. So here, same, you just unfold and you have like a lot of stuff that you can adjust. But it's basically a lot of little placeholder like that. And also, if I go into my preset editor, I can see here where are the presets. For instance, I see I have preset in compo based. So let's check those compo based presets because there are. Well, I know there are, but it's just to show how to find them. So I will take a little video to show what that does. Let's take the cheval. Voilà. Hop, play. So in the compo based, layer, utility compo based here, I have for instance the Vitrai maker. Alors again, if something does not seem alright, is because you have to click on the camera. So this does like you know, this church glasses effect. If I put that on the fire, for instance, hop, let's put that in a compo. Control Shift C, put the cheval here, make the Vitrai on the fire. Hop, et standalone. So voilà. That's the kind of effect it does. And then you have to unfold and see what's what, because again, there's no expose parameter. So it just, again, placeholder. You have the Vitrai maker, you have also compo based the ASCII. Alors, again, just pick camera. So the ASCII just transform your composition into like a, you know, it's like a little character, little ASCII stuff. And the most important, the one that I use the most is the script, because instead of having to take the script from your media directories and drag and drop it into your element tree, but you can have access to them directly through the menu, which I find way easier. So let's review them, like not all of them, but a little some. So let's start with the let's start with the content map. So the content map splitter here, which is the first one. Now it's a little bit, you see it already does something as soon as you create it. So what it does is basically allow you to separate your content map in a different area with the same size. So like for instance 3 area, and choose the overlap size in pixel. So this allows to split the content map as it says. So it's not very user friendly. I will not show it in detail, but I use them sometime, especially when you have like to make a wall of LED screen. There's still some flaws in this script, so I will not show it like thoroughly. But if you want to review like how it's done, then you can do. One other that I have is like for the image sequences, because unfortunately, EXR image sequences, you cannot see them in Smode. And with the 2 scripts that I will show you, you can play EXR image sequences. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show it to you on my computer because it's not powerful enough, and because I'm doing this tutorial on the Smode community version, and my EXR is too big. So I will show that with a PNG image sequence, which basically will do the same, will be the same. So I have 2 scripts to read an image sequence. So the best thing is to have the sequence to be enumerated at the end, but I made the script so that like it's a little bit flexible, so it doesn't have to be at the end. But well, so you have 2 ways to play an image sequence. It's either you go in the script and you have the image sequence creator here. So you drag and drop one of the image of the sequence in the image sequence creator. You choose the first frame and the last frame. So let's put 50. Voilà. You choose the frame to blend. We'll put 1 frame to blend. And you choose the time base. Voilà. And you click on execute. And this will create a composition. Voilà. This will create a composition. So let's go into the timeline. A composition with all the image, and the frame blending is just like it does like one image of frame blending. So this will work very well I think I put one image that does not exist maybe. This will work very good for like EXR image sequences. It will allow to play it like real time with like 490 or 580 GPUs. But it's very taxing on the VRAM because every image are loaded all together. So another way is to use the not the image sequence creator, but the image sequence player. And in my script here, all the one with the little 2 - here is a script that you put directly on the element you want to modify. And if you can't, if it doesn't work, it won't work anyway, it will spit you an error. So image sequence player command, and this basically what you will do is just you have a frame number, you change the frame number here, and it will change the frame number of your image. So you can see here on the media directory, then when I change my frame number, it will just load a new image. I can also create a timeline by clicking here, and this will just create a little timeline that will change this image. So this, if you do preview of very heavy image on EXR, it will work very well to do export, but this will be very taxing also because it will have to load, unload each image each time. So well, there's those two approach depending of what you have and what you want to do, but that allow to read image sequences fairly okay. And another thing, this is a little trick that honestly a lot of people doesn't know, and I think like when Smode does this kind of like wonderful feature, they should communicate a little bit more on it. And this is it. I will put a revealing explorer in my image sequence, which is in a folder here. And now I will just rename my folder by adding at 50. 50 will be like the frame per second, dot image sequence. And that's all. And now if I reload my folder, no Smode will see my image sequence as a video. Fairly plain and simple. And here you have like you can loop your video, you can put an offset, you can do whatever you want, like if it was a normal video. You can add frame blending. Or frame blending, yeah, you see what is happening. But for previsualizer and in general, it works very well. It doesn't work for EXR though, only for PNG, TIFF, Targa, and JPEG sequences. I think it works for all of them, but I'm not sure. For the EXR, you need to use a script for now. I think they want to develop something to read maybe image sequences in the future, EXR, but for now it's not the case. Then what do I have in my little script stuff? Yeah, the compo, the looping utility. Alors here, the issue, I don't have sequences, video sequences that doesn't loop, I think. I will try to find one. Fond vert, maybe this one. Yeah, let's take this one. Hop. Karate. So we have the karate. I will duplicate it. So the karate, obviously, it doesn't loop. So it is a video of 2 seconds. So what I do, I will use the script and directly on the video, I will use the video loop command. And I will put a crossfade of like 20 frames. And I will leave the in and out 0, 0. This will just by default say the script will just understand it as a 0 while it's the beginning of the video. And when the out is at 0, it will just understand like you take whatever the length of the video it is and do it. So now I will execute it, and what it does, it replaces my media by a timeline with those blocks and the crossfade lengths that I wanted. The other way to do the video loop is with this one, the video loop, the basic video loop. And in this one, I just drag and drop my video loop here. and it basically like works the same. Just two way of using the video loop sequence, the video loop stuff, but it will do exactly the same. It's just in this case, it will keep the whole video just if you want like to do whatever. Like for instance, if I do want to have a crossfade like not of 20 frame but 10 frame, I can re-execute and know here my crossfade will be like in 10 frame. If I want my video to end at 1 second, for instance, I can re-execute, and each time it will change my video. As the original is kept, well, that's what it does. Now, to finish with my little script, I have here. Alors, when I'm render like targets, this one, unfortunately, I'm not sure I can show it here because there's some limitation in Smode Compose on Smode Community. Alors, let's try to put two content map. We'll see if I put two content map. Yeah, voilà. So here I have my two parametric that are sent to two different content map. Let's put a third one. On DSQ2. Voilà. Okay. So now I have two content map, DSQ, and missing target on this composition. Voilà. And if I use this script, rename render like target, alors those two work the same again, just different approach. This will replace the name of my parametric by the name of the content map, and when I have a missing target, it will highlight it in red. So this, if you do like a heavy project manipulation, it allows also to like quickly see any missing target and see where thing went wrong. And a last thing that I will show, let's create a little bit. Voilà. It's this one, the Vincent renamer. And this one, how does it work? Well, you have like a rename only selection. I will recommend to always use this one. So I will lock this script. This needs to have a little bit of reworking. It works, but yeah, well. So if I do not select anything of my any element, and I execute the script, well, by default it will do nothing. If I enumerate after, it will enumerate all the elements that are in the same level of hierarchy. Enumerate before, it will do an enumerate before. And if I remove, it remove. And then I can start the enumeration at, I don't know, 10, for instance, and it will start from 10, 11, etc. So that's one of the things it does. I can rename everything, all of the layers that are in the same hierarchy, but what I would recommend is to select what you want to rename and drag and drop in this window. And here, what I can do is also use search and replace. So for instance, search for dots and rename it root. Voilà. And it will search all the dots and rename them by fruit. If I have like, let's put a linear gradient up and point gradient, now I can search for gradient and replace it by Vincent and enumerate. So now it will enumerate everything and search for why does it not find gradient? Because of course, because those two. Alors let's clear the selection here, execute, so it clear my selection, and let's select everything, so it will replace every word gradient by Vincent. So now it works. And if I click on invert selection, voilà, now it invert selection. So now it will search for Vincent and replace by gradient, and now it's reverted back to the original. So this one needs a little bit of reworking also, but it works fairly good. And the last one, I already did a video on it, so I will not go long on it, is the variable printer. This one is very useful if you want to script. So how it works, usually how we use it, I just go somewhere here and just split my layout. Here I split again. Up. What I do here, I will put a parameter editor. Voilà. That I will lock on my variable printer. And here I will put the Python script, the script editor, to have the console to allow me to see what's happening. And this variable printer, if I put any element into its target, voilà, it will print all of its variable and everything. And here I just added on the last version a line length that allow to reduce the line of what you print. So this allows to have on the side when you are scripting all the elements. Voilà. Like for instance, this element angle, it has 3 methods that are useful: get, set, and set number. And you can also here print variable, print directory, text to parameter. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and you have the full directory here. So this directory with filter method, if you click on full directory, it will show you all the different methods. But a lot of them, they're the same on every element and not very useful. So it will just do a little filter. But yeah, I did a full video on this one, so feel free to check. So that's a little bit all there is to show for now. So I will share this little script, this little preset pack, the Vincent preset pack, in Discord. So you feel free to go and search for it and to finish. Hop, content map. Voilà. This is very useful also if you want to like make a little rain of hurt. Voilà, that's all. Bye bye.